I don't know why no one's done it yet, but we're gonna tell you about the Kanto event, the Kanto Tour, what to expect, what cities will have what shinies, and how to prepare for it. Let's get into it.
Woo! Back from the dead.
Alright guys, so first we're going to start with what we know, then we're going to kind of get into some speculation, and then we're going to turn it back around and go over what you should do, how to prepare. So, what we know, first off, we know that there's two different versions. There's going to be a green version and a red version. And those are going to have different event exclusives, kind of like how the red and blue version in the very beginning of the game, how they had exclusives, kind of the same way.
Alright guys, so we do know that the red version has the following exclusive Pokemon: Ekans, Oddish, Mankey, Growlithe, Scyther, and Electabuzz. Where the green version has Sandshrew, Vulpix, Meowth, Bellsprout, Magmar, and Pinsir.
Yeah, this is kind of what will determine what kind of event you want to have. This is right out the gate, you have to choose. Do you want this exclusive Pokemon or these exclusive Pokemon?
Choose your fate!
Yes, we chose green version because Rachel really wants Sandshrew and I really want a good Bellsprout. So that's why we did our choices. Now, not only do you get Pokemon exclusive to each version, but each version has an exclusive shiny chance increase. It's weird,
it's a little confusing, but it's there.
It's there. So the red version increased shinies are the starter Pokemon: Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu. You're also gonna get Pidgey, Ekans, Nidoran female, Oddish, Diglett, Mankey, Growlithe, Ponyta, Shelder, Drowsy, Krabby, Hitmonlee, Lickitung, Scyther, Electabuzz, Eevee, Kabuto, and Dratini.
And for the green version, we also have certain Pokemon with increased shiny chances. Now, some of them are going to be the same as red, but there are some differences with those as well. So we have Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pidgey, Pikachu, Sandshrew. We have Nidoran male, Vulpix, Meowth, Psyduck, Bellsprout, Geodude, Execute, Hitmonchan, Koffing, Tangela, Horsey, Magmar, Pinsir, Eevee, Omanyte, and Dratini.
Now that's pretty much why as well that we chose the green version. We want these increased shiny chances for the Pokemon that we want. Now, Bellsprout and Sandshrew have an increased shiny chance, as well as some other Pokemon, and that really should be what determines what you pick. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. There is going to be a lot of catch challenges and rewards. You will probably have to get Pokemon from the other version, so playing with a friend is very, very important. We both picked green version, but we're gonna have a friend's account that we're gonna be playing red version on. So that way we won't get stuck. The whole idea of the Kanto Tour is that you're gonna be catching all 150 Kanto Pokemon in the single Saturday event. And you're gonna want to get that friend. It should be important, and hopefully you guys can hook up in the community, find someone close by, hit up your local communities, and get that accomplished.
But don't stress, you got 12 hours.
Exactly, it is a 12-hour event, very long.
Alright, so one epic thing about this Kanto event is once this Kanto event is released and it's done, every single Kanto Pokemon, all their shinies will officially be released in Pokemon Go. Mm-hmm. So the following shinies are now going to be released forever, which is Spearow, Paris, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Ditto, Snorlax, and Mew.
Now we know that Ditto and Mew are going to be in special event research. So the Ditto is going to be in the first string of special research, and that will be no time limit, you know, all the good stuff. But you'll be able to encounter the shiny Ditto at the very end of it. Now, the next set of research, special research you get after completing that is for the shiny Mew, but trigger warning, you have to be level 40 to be able to get a shiny Mew in Pokemon Go. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's crazy, that sucks, but you know, maybe that's something for you guys who aren't level 40 to work towards, and trust me,
Absolutely.
I'm not happy with this, but you know, it's kind of nice to have a little reward for doing well for so long in the game, and level 40 isn't that hard, especially with all the new things coming out. We'll make an XP guide, how to get more XP later on, but it's not that bad, and hopefully everyone can get a shiny Mew in this community.
Yes.
Another thing that we know is that we're gonna not only get the beautiful, beautiful birds back, legendary birds back into raids, but we're also gonna get Mewtwo.
We're getting freaking Mewtwo!
We can not only get the shiny birds, but also shiny Mewtwo. So I'm gonna be grinding these raids like there's no tomorrow. I know that a lot of us probably want a good shiny Mewtwo, so if you guys want to send us any raid invites, we'll take them.
And then I highly suggest, if you are able to, try to raid them as much as possible, because if you are level 40, this is the first time that these legendary Pokemon are introduced since we've had extra large candy available. So you definitely want as many extra large candies for these Pokemon as possible.
Definitely. Now, this event, something weird that they're doing, not very weird, but interesting, is that they're going to be doing it based on 5 Kanto towns. Now, the schedule I will be putting on the screen right now, the schedule will include 1 hour of each of the 5 towns. Then they're going to go back and do another single hour on each of the 5 towns. And then have a 2-hour free-for-all, whatever you can catch.
Hodgepodge, crazy Pokemon, gotta catch them all.
Finish your research, go crazy. So, that is pretty important.
So, I think it's kind of interesting how Pokemon Go announced how they're going to be kind of doing spawns. They're going to be doing it by 5 different towns.
So these 5 towns, not only is it just interesting that they're doing it by towns, but they're just so spread out from one another. I mean, we're going from Pallet Town to Pewter, so that's only 1 town in between, and then from Pewter to Cerulean, which is like right there, and then from Cerulean all the way to Fuchia?
It's very
And then from
interesting.
Fuchsia to the League? I mean,
there's so many things that could be they could have in store. I mean, and even in the main series games, these Pokemon mostly spawn in routes, not in the physical cities themselves. So it's like, what do they have up their sleeve? So, you know, we have the question of, are these Pokemon gonna spawn in the town that their route is closest to, or are they kind of making this more like typing based, where they want to theme it like that? You know, there's so many questions that are up in the air.
but I do like the themes that they're going to be redoing the soundtracks for each of the towns in Pokemon Go style. Now that's just super cool, and that's something I just can't wait for. Now this is all speculation, guys. Hold your freaking horses. This may not be exactly what happens, but from what we gather, now we're gonna put a link to an image that has a bunch of different spawns from the original generations in their original main series game. So what we've determined is kind of a rough idea on where these event exclusive Pokemon, what city they'll be in. And feel free in the comment section down below to also speculate on where you think the Pokemon that you want are gonna be.
Yeah, put your predictions in.
So for the red version, the exclusive Pokemon, Ekans, Oddish, Mankey, Growlithe, Scyther, and Electabuzz. We're gonna go through those right now. So I think that Ekans, it mostly spawns in the Pokemon League area. That's where Ekans and Arbok are kind of spawning the most. I think you're gonna find it in that Pokemon League hour, which is gonna be the 5th town. Now, Oddish. I think Oddish, we see a lot of Oddish around the 6th, 7th, 8th routes, all around Cerulean Gym. However, we also kind of see, you know, those kind of grass spawns trickle over near Fuchsia. I do think that Oddish will be in Cerulean City though. Now, Mankey. Mankey, I can definitely see it being in Pewter Town, because in Pewter, right off of Pewter Town, there is a route right by Mountain Moon, Route 4, that has Mankeys there. I think that it would be a good idea if that's where they spawned. Growlithe, we have seen Growlithe in a couple of different areas. It's really hard to tell because you see it in the cities between Cerulean and Fuchsia, but and after Fuchsia, but I genuinely think it's going to be Fuchsia. You see them closer to the end of the routes towards Fuchsia, and you see them also in Cinnabar and a couple other places. I think it's going to be Fuchsia, but it could be in Cerulean. Don't quote me. Scyther, I have a feeling that he's going to be smack dab in Fuchsia City because of the Safari Zone.
Absolutely. That
is where you got him in the main series games, and I am pretty confident that Scyther will be in Fuchsia City. Now, Electabuzz, you can get them, you can't really get them in too many places, but I think that they're going to be in Cerulean City. The power plant is the biggest area where these electric type Pokemon spawn, and that's right in between these two cities.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to keep coming back to that same problem for a lot of these Pokemon. Cerulean and Fuchsia, there's just so much there that it's got to be somewhere in between there. So Green version's exclusive Pokemon are Sandshrew, Vulpix, Meowth, Bellsprout, Magmar, and Pinsir. So let's get some speculation on where we think we're going to find those. Now, Sandshrew is one, I don't have to speculate. Sandshrew has to be in the Pokémon League. You don't really see them spawning anywhere really else in the main series games. The Pokémon League, you can get Sandshrew and Sandslash.
They're in that route right before that Pokemon League.
Yeah, right in that route right there.
there.
So it's gotta be in the Pokémon League. I don't have any question about that. Vulpix should be, but it's another one that's really weird. It's in between Cerulean and Fuchsia. I have a feeling that it will be in Cerulean, but it could be either one. That one is found in routes in between the two towns, and you just can't be too sure when it comes to Pokemon like that. Meowth, again, another weird one where it's spawning right in between Cerulean and Fuchsia. Again, I'll have the link to this image, this map, down below in the description. You just can't be too sure. Be the judge for yourself. I think that Meowth will be in Fuchsia because they're just going to have a bunch of interesting Pokemon in that area. That's what I think. I could be wrong. I could be right. We'll see soon. Bellsprout, I have no doubt that this Bellsprout is going to be in Cerulean City. And all of the spawns that it can be in, it seems to be more congregated around Cerulean City in the routes 6, 7, and 8, and a few other places. I really think that that's where it's gonna be, and that's something that I really want really bad, so I'm gonna be focused during Cerulean City Hour. Magmar is another weird one where Magmar is event exclusive, and it's in the lower part of the map. It's after Fuchsia City, but it's before the Pokemon League. So will they tie it in with Fuchsia, or will they tie it in with the League?
It's right on that Cinnabar Island in that Pokemon Mansion.
Yeah, it's right in the mansion. It's right there. I personally think that it will be in the Pokemon League, but it could be in either one. Really just goes down to see what Pokemon Go and Niantic have done to make this event. Really, we'll just have to see for that one. But one of those two towns for sure. Pinsir, I have no doubt, will be in Fuchsia City. Now that's where the Safari Zone is, and that's where you're gonna see this guy. Awesome Pokemon, very cool shiny. If you want a Pinsir, you definitely will be getting Green version, and you will be expecting it in the Fuchsia City Hour. No matter what level you are, what we know is that you are gonna need Pokeballs, because we're gonna be shiny checking a lot of Pokemon in the wild. You're gonna need raid passes and remote raid passes just in case, because in raids you are gonna have the legendary Pokemon. We don't necessarily need egg incubators. We don't necessarily need to make sure our adventure sync and all these other things.
That we know of.
We don't necessarily know that right now. It is wild spawns, raids, and challenges. That is all that we need to do.
During this 12 hours.
During this 12-hour Kanto Tour event. So, depending on what level you are, that's gonna determine your level of preparedness past this point. So, for the beginning player, you probably won't need much more than 100 Pokemon space. You probably will get maybe 10 shinies. Let's say on average you will be catching as much as you can, but you're going to be mostly, shiny checking and having a fun time with your friends and your family. And that's completely okay. So you won't really need that much Pokemon space. You're going to have the time to appraise and delete and kind of fix your space as you go. The shinies won't become overbearing. Another thing for the beginning players, you probably will, if you're staying at home, you're going to want a lot more Pokeballs than if you are going out with some Pokestops. If you're at home and you're going to be playing for 12 hours, even if you're a casual player, you're still probably going to need around 400 plus Pokeballs. So you're going to want to prepare in that aspect 100%. For the high level players to medium level players, you're going to want to get a lot of Pokemon storage and a lot of Pokeballs. A lot of raid passes. You are going to want to max out as much stuff as you can, so that way you're not busy during the event having to worry about it. That you could sit there and catch as many Pokemon, shiny check as many things as you possibly can. If someone sends you a raid invite, you're going to be able to join in that raid, not worry about timers. You're going to be able to do everything right away. So you're going to want to make sure that you have, in my opinion, around 500 to 1,000 Pokemon storage space ready to go. You're also going to want to have, in my opinion, around 800 to 2,000 Pokeballs. Now, they don't have to be just Pokeballs. You can get Great Balls and Ultra Balls. But if you want to use a Gacha or Go Plus, which will be very good for high-level players, you're definitely going to want to get a lot of Pokeballs. I would suggest personally, I'm going to get my bag up to around 1,000 Pokeballs, around 600 Great Balls, and if I can get 200, 300 Ultra Balls, that would be okay. But the high level players, you're probably going to assume you're going to get around 15 plus maybe shinies for a 12-hour event. So you want to make sure that you have a system down for how you're intaking the Pokemon and how you're getting rid of them.
And I mean, who knows? Maybe there's going to be, these special challenges and all that reward us with more Pokeballs and Ultras and Greats. We don't know. But if we just assume with how things are now, you'll definitely need to stock up and, just open all your gifts.
Definitely, yeah. So besides that, you're going to want to make sure that whether you're playing indoors, like Rachel and I will be for the first 5 hours on Twits, or if you're going to be going out, what your game plan is. Get your friends ready. Get the version of the other one ready. So you're not stuck saying, I'm on green version, I don't have a red version. Oh well, I'm stuck 3 hours into the event. I can't do anything. Get prepared, get ready. This, in my opinion, should be one of the best events that they have had so far. I'm a Gen 1er. I love Kanto. I love everything about it. This is going to be a fantastic event. Please join us on the 20th on Twitch, 9 a.m. Eastern Time to 2 p.m. Eastern Time for the event. The event goes from 9 a.m. local time all the way to 9 p.m. local time. So get out there, guys, and get some shinies.
And bring your battery pack.